Darling, lovely to see you. Okay, good. You are here for a life design session. Excellent. Mwah, mwah. Now, I see that you have paid in full, darling. This is very good, and you have come to have me help you assess what is happening in your life. First and foremost, it was the great Aristotle who said, "You are what you repeatedly do, darling. You are what you repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not a virtue. It is a habit." Now, that was Aristotle. Now, of course, what is he implying? Talk is cheap. Actions speak louder than words is more or less what it comes down to. So if I, look at me, darling, came to your house right now, unannounced, and had a tour, what would I see, darling? Would I see beautiful, bold design? Would I see organization, precision? Would I see a space that is designed to maximize your full potential? No. No, I would see chaos, disruption, disorder. I would find it to be a complete mental catastrophe. For it is only in our own personal spaces we spend most of our time. And if you do not allow yourself the luxury of having a calming space to live in, darling, then what are you doing with yourself? So first things first. If I walk into your room right now, is your room clean? No, of course not, darling. I would find underwear. I would find socks. I would find dirty shirts. I would see a clothes hamper that was not even being used. Not only would there be clothing in the clothes bin, I'm sure I would find clothing on the floor. Am I wrong? Do not turn this room into a house of lies, darling. No. I am not wrong, am I? No. It's okay. It's okay. This is what we have. Sometimes we need to have certain people in our lives tell us what we already know. For oftentimes it is not the message that is the most important. It is oftentimes the messenger. And I have noticed this to be the case in my own personal life. There have been moments of resistance when somebody was telling me something I didn't want to hear. And coming from this person, I did not hear it, darling. In fact, I was annoyed by their message. However, days, months, weeks later, a different person more or less tells me the exact same thing. Only this time, I listened. Could be many reasons. We all hold strange grudges, both you and me. We cannot help it. We are human, darling, and all of us, in spite of our greatest efforts, all have egos. Even me, darling. I know. Stop. I know. Shh. I know. It is true. Even I have been known to fall into the ego trap. It goes with the territory of being a person, especially considering you and I. No, I take that back. I was about to say that you and I may not be superheroes. But even the superheroes have emotional problems and ego, darling. Why do you think so many of them got sucked into engines and No capes. No capes came from directly from ego. Clearly, it is beneficial not to have fabric dangling behind you, waiting to snatch you up. No. But they wanted to look a type of way. Getting back to the beginning, you are what you repeatedly do, darling. Excellence then is not a virtue, it is a habit. So we need to get you into the habit of being excellent. So let's talk about your life design habits. First and foremost, how was your sleep, darling? Would you say you often get 8 hours of sleep a night? No, you wouldn't. Would you say you often get 7 hours of sleep a night? If you're lucky. I know. So one life design habit that you and I are going to create and you will uphold. For this is you. This is your life. I cannot, no matter what I tell you today, no matter what you tell me, you are going to do. The only proof of pudding is whether or not you follow through with it, darling. So, what time do you like to go to bed? I see, okay. It really does not matter to me. You must simply pick a time and stick with it. It does not matter to me if that time is 9 p.m., 11 p.m., 1 a.m., or 2 a.m. It doesn't matter. What does matter is that you have consistency in your life. For when we don't have consistency, humans are pattern recognizing machines. We are meaning making machines. And humans, you and me, we like structure, order, routine. This is why when we are children, we actually don't want complete and total freedom and terror. You will notice a child who has no rules and boundaries and limitations often acts very spoiled, and they will seek out those who will challenge them and give them structure. Now, this is the case not with just children, darling. This is the case true with adults as well. Adults, human beings, you and me, Homo sapiens, darling. We like routine. We like structure, hence positive habit forming, positive habit building, so that eventually these things do not occur to you as I have to in order to. No. It is just part of who you are. It is who you be in the world, darling. So, number one, sleep. You must get your sleep design on track. So you choose when you would like to go to bed, and you will block off an 8-hour chunk. 8 hours between when you say you go to bed and when you wake up. And you will do this for at least 2 weeks minimum. That is the first step in building and developing a habit, darling. Next, how is your diet, exercise? These are crucial parts of your life design. Your living space, is it clean? Is it tidy? That's right, so you will go home and you will clean it up. You will organize your home, whatever that means to you, whatever the word home means to you. You will make it work in an organized way, won't you? Yes. Good, darling. Next, your sleep. You will figure out a schedule where you can consistently go to bed and get up at the same time. It sounds very simple, and it is simple, and very challenging. I know. I am often struck by ideas and concepts that can keep me up for hours, sometimes days on end, darling. I'll have a feverish burst of energy to create, and then I will rest. So, I don't know what kind of person you are. Maybe some people are more like the tortoise, and some are more like a hare. Some sprint, and then stop, and then sprint, and then stop. In fact, a friend of mine, Naval, he once told me that he believed that people should try to behave more like lions. And what he meant by that is, how do lions behave, darling? Most of the time, the lion in the Serengeti is resting. It's resting under the shade of a tree, lounging and maybe playing around a little bit. And then, when it is time to go on the hunt, the pride will get together and they will stalk their prey and put forth a tremendous amount of effort and work in a short burst. Take down the prey, take down the wildebeest, feed the pride, and go back to lounging. Now, I see many positive benefits of this, but I will also say, darling, there is no such thing as a one-size-fits-all. Now, would you describe yourself as a person who is more slow and steady? In modern vernacular parlance, we might call this kind of a person a grinder. Somebody who just has the discipline to do what they are wanting to do on a daily basis, no matter what. So with that type of person, and then you have the more ethereal type of person. Certain authors come to mind. In fact, so many authors are famous for this. They will be given a deadline to create an article, for example. And my old acquaintance, Mr. Hunter S. Thompson, rest his soul, tragic life, but no one can argue that he was not a brilliant writer, would procrastinate more than I'd seen any human procrastinate, and debauch himself. That poor man had no sense of self-preservation. Oh, he treated his body like a dumpster, filling it full of poison and craziness. However, he would, at the end, when the deadline was there and he had to finally put words on the page, he would sit and feverishly hammer out brilliant things like Fear and Loathing and other books, other types of gonzo journalism, riding around with the motorcycle gang, the Hells Angels, even doing ghastly things. Listen, Mr. Thompson was a one-off. He was a bit crazy. I'm not saying you can live like that. Nobody can. He could not live like that, darling, is my point. It killed him and sort of had a tragic downfall. I digress. For you, for now, what we are going to achieve, darling, is life equilibrium. Right now, I feel like you are fighting. There are things that you want to have that you don't have. There are types of ways of being that you wish you were, that you feel at the moment you are not. And this is very normal. Almost everybody feels this way from time to time and need to reinvent. There's a reason you've heard of this thing known as the 7-year itch, darling. Turns out, and this is what I've heard, roughly every 7 years, humans go through a fascinating developmental shift. And let's think about that in our own personal lives. So you have from roughly 0 when you were born to 7 years old, early childhood. Okay? And around 7 years old, you start to have your own identity, your own thoughts. You start making decisions about who you are as an individual. Fast forward 7 more years. Now you are 14. Ooh, big life shift. Now suddenly you are a teenager, a young teenager, but you are really separating yourself from your parents. You will have your own ideas. You will read books. You will read Tolkien. You will read the great Siddhartha. You will read Ayn Rand. You will read whatever great works of fiction that there are, and you'll start to develop a philosophy of how you think the world works. But of course, you are 14 years old, darling, and you know nothing. But you will think you are unlocking the keys to the universe. And then what happens, darling? 7 years later, you are 21. You are 21. You are officially an adult in the eyes of the world. And you will be making choices and decisions which will impact you for the rest of your life, and starting choosing career paths and trajectories and things of this nature. And in many instances, you will be acting autonomously as a self-actualized adult. And yet, you will be very green. You will be very young. You will not have much life experience, darling. Finding employment will be difficult because you don't know anything. You don't have any real-world experience yet. Fast forward, you are now 28 years old. You have gone through the menial jobs, the low end, and you are living on your own. You have gotten your own place. Maybe you have found a boo, a partner, somebody to share, to date, and you're experimenting with this. And we fast forward 7 more years, and now you're 35, darling. At 35, you are probably in the middle of your maybe first, possibly second career. You are settling in. You are establishing yourself, possibly having your first children, darling, if that is what you wanted to do. And then we fast forward another 7 years, and where are we? 42. And as the great Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy says, what is the answer to life, the universe, and everything? The answer is 42. Now, make sense of that what you will, darling. But there is significance on the year 42 for human adults like you and me, in that by that time, you are truly established. Oftentimes, you are on a second career. You have tried something, but you are also becoming much wiser. You have some life experience under your belt. You've been in love. You've had heartbreak. You've felt rejection. Maybe you've been on both sides. Maybe you've both been an employee and an employer. Maybe you have had a life that is rich, and maybe you've traveled. And now, the idea of going out late night and partying is less and less attractive. I remember when I was young, I would seek out discotheques. I would seek out parties, late nights, full of debauchery and profligacy. And as I notice I get a little bit older, those certain temptations no longer have the sparkle they once did, darling. Now, we'll stop there, but you understand the analogy. I could keep going, of course, and 49 and yada, etc., etc. But the 7 years, in 7-year increments, is an interesting way of breaking down our lives, darling. And I'm curious where you think you are on this timeline. Where are you? Does that fit? Are you in the, are you in the young adventure, trying to establish yourself, trying to put your stamp onto the earth? Are you a little older, more established? How do you see and feel yourself in the moment? Interesting, darling, interesting. Very good, very good. That's very mature of you. So, step one, sleep. We are going to get your sleep under control. Step two, you will clean your home. Get it organized. Nobody thrives in a chaotic environment, darling. It leads to anxiety. You will actually find you sleep better and have less stress and anxiety. You will have less stress and anxiety if your environment is organized. And the last thing I'm going to throw at you is diet and exercise. Every day for the next 2 weeks, you will get outside. You will take at least a walk. It does not have to be a run. It does not have to be you going to the gym and picking up heavy weights and straining yourself. No, darling, you may do that if you like. But my only requirement is that every day for 14 days, you break a sweat. It can be a light sweat. It does not have to be dripping. But I want you to perspire at least once a day for 14 days, darling. And on top of that, eat less sugar, consume less alcohol. If you want to get serious, you will consume none. But I also live in the real world, darling, where life happens. We have friends, we have weekends, get-togethers, social functions, etc. Yada, yada, yada. Will you take this on? Yes, you will, won't you, darling? I knew you would. I knew I could count on you. This is why I accepted you as a potential pupil, if you will. I don't accept just anybody. I see great potential, darling. Great potential. Now, you will go make me proud, won't you, darling? Of course you will. Now, go. Report back to me in 2 weeks. I cannot wait to hear and see the results, darling. Until then, ciao. Darling. Come, sit. Okay. So, today I thought I'd do something different as a gift to a friend of mine, ASMRjeremiah. Now, it is approaching a special mark in a YouTuber's career. 100,000 videos, darling. No, 100,000 subscribers, darling. Even better. 100,000 videos, that would be very, very impressive. Although he has made a not insignificant number of videos. Over 500. Not bad. So, in honor of this, he asked me to do a reaction video for him. And here we go. First and foremost, let us pull up our technology and bring up his YouTube page. And very good. The snap was a bit of a joke. I didn't actually make that happen with the snap, but I like it anyway. You know, the illusion of mystery and film editing. Okay, so, what do we have? ASMRjeremiah, who is very handsome. Of course, we all knew that, darling. And I see jokers and oh, he's doing me. What are the odds? And then we go to the beginning of the videos, back in the day. In the beginning, 5 years ago, darling, look at that title. ASMR warm, cozy sleep. Beard brushes, mouth sounds, blue crinkles and deep sleep. I think he stole from Zeitgeist. Because after all, what is a blue crinkle, darling? Nobody knows this. Anyway, let's see what it... Oh no, that's the second video. The first video, oops, is farther down. ASMR, whispers, mouth sounds, and crunchy tingles for a deep sleep. Ooh, so that's the very, very first. Let's give it a play, darling, and see what he was like.
And welcome to my first ever ASMR video.
Okay.
It's
very handsome. Let me put on my headphones so I can hear him better, darling.
Thank you so much for watching. And together, I hope we just get so relaxed.
He talks very quietly.
Experience some awesome tingles together.
Speaks so quiet. I suppose that's the point, though. It's supposed to be relaxing, darling.
And then we'll go and do some more direct.
Okay, let's fast forward. Let's get to the meat and potatoes.
Amazing.
Was it amazing, darling?
I just sat in a chair for 30 or 45 minutes.
Okay. First impressions, interesting. He's in a very strange room. He seems to be in like some kind of a closet or something. I get that. Since everything is about the sound, I can imagine having a lot of foam around you being good. Okay, sounds good in my ears. I don't have a problem with this so far. It's very quiet, but okay.
Just zenning out. And that's the...
Zenning out, he says.
You just kind of... I was literally like...
I'm fast forwarding. Doing some... I don't know, it's okay, darling. A little bit of... Oh, that's not unpleasant. Like some purring sounds, like you think it's like a tiger or a lion, or maybe a big kitten. Okay. No, look at the little fuzzy things. Okay, I'm bored with this. No, okay. So, what have we learned? Like many people in the start of their career, they don't know what they're doing, and they are throwing spaghetti on the wall in the hope that something sticks. So in the beginning, he threw some spaghetti on the wall, and, in the end, that is not exactly what he planned on doing but the rest of his time, but you can see. So we start off with some deep sleep for warm cozy. Walden and other whispered readings. That could be interesting. Scottish Whispers. Masterpiece Theatre Part 2. What is Scottish Whispers? Let's see. Let's hear how a Scottish accent is, darling.
As you can tell by the jaunty scarf, it's time.
That's not all. That's
for another session.
That's
of masterpiece
English accent, darling.
I really enjoy this.
I thought he said Scottish.
Budding wisdom and youth.
Literally, it says Scottish in the title.
Guarantee this,
Jeremiah, what have you done?
Into a deep, peaceful sleep.
Wait a minute.
Why? Because it's a classic.
Okay, it's frozen there for a minute.
But as much as part of me really appreciates them, it also, there's just...
Okay, fast forward. Okay.
Each other's eyes for an instant.
Oh. He is not doing his Scottish.
We should live in all the ages of the world in an hour.
But he's whispering so quietly, darling.
Worlds of all the ages. History, poetry, series of life for man in this climate may and them all life.
Okay, clearly, this is a man who enjoys doing accents. He jumps all over the place. I don't have a problem with his Scottish accent or his English accent, but I don't really have an ear for it, darling. They all kind of sound the same to me. So, what can one do? I find the early work okay. It's not necessarily my personal cup of tea, darling. But let's see, what else do we have in the land of Jeremiah? So, he starts off with that, some whispered reading, a whispered chess lesson. Okay, so he's fishing along until I see a medical video. What's his medical video? So the first, how many videos? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like first 15 videos, he did not do role play, which he sounds famous for. He was finding himself, darling. Okay.
Good. Very nice. Excellent. Follow the light.
Okay.
Great.
They're still inside the foam area. Okay. I see what he was going for there, but that's not a pleasant sound. Not to me, darling. So again, I think he was trying to be a little overly creative and come up with something new and trying to reinvent the wheel instead of just doing, it was more classically ASMR relaxing or ASMR trigger, darling. Let's fast forward. I'm doing more foam cutting, foam cutting, foam cutting. Is it a good sound? It's too aggressive.
Great work.
Again, it's okay. We're moving on, darling. Not his best work yet. Useless facts. I bet that's cute. The cranial nerve exam. So this one jumped up. So this got his first, like, decent views. Let's take a look at this first actual cranial nerve exam. Okay. Here we have a little Snellen chat in the background.
How are you?
Okay.
My name is Dr. Jeremiah.
Says a purplish hue to the whole video.
Wonderful to meet you.
Interesting.
So, it looks like
Lack
you got
of
all
color
checked at the
correction.
reception desk, and the nurse took care of your vitals. Everything looks good.
Odd that he's wearing gloves.
98.7, that's fine.
Why is he wearing gloves out of the gate, darling? You should put on your gloves. Anyway. Okay, still whispering. I see this white jacket. It's not a lab coat, but it's a jacket. Let's fast forward a little bit. What's happening here?
No pain, no tenderness there.
Okay.
There. Good.
This is pleasant.
There.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Okay. Some writing sounds. Everything in here looks so cramped.
A smoker or a non-smoker?
Mm-hmm.
Non-smoker, good.
Good.
Oh, you quit.
Let's fast forward.
Perfect.
Okay, I see where he's going. Certainly, the first thing I notice is that there's a charmingness to him, especially when he's really making eye contact and talking to you. There is a sense that I get why people enjoy that about him. It does have, like, there's a personal connection happening here. But I can tell everything is still young. Everything is still new, darling. Let's fast forward in his career a little bit. So, we were just at the first doctor. It's okay. What? Oh, we got to do. Oh, I see more fun things coming, though, darling. Fun things. Oh, Teddy quid. Okay, so now we come to therapy. Now, he has become quite well known for doing his therapy. I'm not going to lie. 84,000 views. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's take a look at his first therapy video, shall we? Okay. ASMRjeremiah presents. Very dramatic. Therapy. Roleplay. It's very announcing not a therapist. No, oh, there you go, darling. And there we go. Okay, darling.
Hi there.
Hi.
Welcome.
Okay.
My name is ASMR Jeremiah. What's your name? Awesome.
It's a bit awkward to have him introduce himself as ASMRjeremiah. Just call yourself Jeremiah, darling. Don't make it weird. And the audio, I think, is that a tree behind him? He's trying to work on his set decoration. Is that a candle? Okay, so there's a candle and a room divider and a giraffe. These are very weird things to have in a therapy room, Jeremiah. And don't call yourself ASMR, Jeremiah. That's just silly, darling. Okay. Let's get to the more meat and potatoes.
Great to meet you. So, how are you doing today? Okay.
Now he's doing
And have you ever done
soft-spoken.
therapy before?
Okay. And he listens.
How long ago was that? Okay.
Fast forward.
Very good. Oh, those are...
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty... Could possibly make a big... And it's hard to know what brings it on.
Okay.
One day you're doing great, and maybe.
Okay. Still comes across to me as fledgling. What do I mean by that? Well, he seems to have the idea the microphone is too far away, so you really lose audio fidelity, and the background is too awkward and busy to me personally. I can see he's building, he's growing, he's working on things. What is this Teddy? Oh, casino ASMR. Okay, I know he's famous for casino things. Let's check out an early one. Nice chip sounds. Casino ASMR. Chips. Gambling, gamble. Okay. He's a terrible dealer. Well, let's take a look. I hear he's quite good. People actually ask him nowadays if he works at the casino or worked at the casino.
Welcome back to Casino ASMR. My name is Jeremiah. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Again, stilted, awkward.
With your normal amount.
I'm confused by his whole look. Okay, again, the room divider. Anyway, I feel like I'm watching the 90s. Get rid of the room divider. And what are you wearing? You don't look like a card dealer, Jeremiah, on this. No, all card dealers have their sleeves all the way down, and they don't have open necks. Learn something about fashion. You always have a closed neck with a vest like this, darling. Otherwise, you just look awkward and gangly and gawkish. Anyway, black and white theme. Okay, table is pretty. The cards are fine. Let's watch.
100,000.
The audio is okay. Oh, he looped chips in the background. Okay. That was awkward. Not counting. There's something. It's just painful to watch. Fasting forward, darling. Fasting forward. Oh my goodness gracious. What is he doing? Window peek. This is painful to watch, darling. Like, this is... Ouch.
14 against a 7.
Jeremiah. Stop with the chip sounds in the background. It's terrible. Your dealing is... This is not good card dealing, darling. Thank God you got better. If this was the level of, like, your channel, I would be embarrassed for you. You have gotten better, I hope. Okay, shall we see if he's gotten better? And I'll do a little farther. A little bit more.
Check. 8.
You don't check in blackjack. Checking is for poker. Get your terminology together, man.
Very good. Stand. I would do.
And don't smile so much. Okay. Everything is so hesitant. Everything is so awkward. This is okay. Okay, I've seen enough. Early effort, not a great effort. So let's see how we come along better. Let's see some more popular videos. Yes, that's okay. We've come a ways. Let's fast forward another year to something a bit more popular. Let's see. We have overwhelm. Interesting. Cowboy collection, boxing trainer, and cutman. Let's take a look at that. Okay. There we are. There's my champ. Hey, look at me. There we are. Right here. All right. How you feeling? This is interesting. Yeah. 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 A little bit of that. Okay. A little bit of this. Huh? All right. All right. All right. Let's ground yourself. Look at me. Okay, instantly, what do we like more about this? He's more natural. He seems more relaxed. He's much looser. The lighting is much more theatrical and interesting with the shadows, darling. And it's not so weird colored. It's not washed out. This is much better so far. And there's a nice playfulness to him with the crowd sound in the background. Okay, this is better. They can see why this video finally got over 100,000 views. Better. Look at me. Deep breath. Calming, relaxing breath. Go. Okay. That's it. Give me another deep breath. Okay. This is good. Yeah, you gotta stay loose. You gotta stay relaxed. This is good. Okay. That's right. A relaxed fighter is a good fighter. Okay? I need you relaxed. Hey, look at me. Shoulders down. Drop. Ah, he's giving directions. Very good. I can see why this video was different. He's making good eye contact with the camera. He's much more relaxed. He's natural. He's not feeling sick. The last video felt stilted and jaded. This felt not good. This feels relaxing. It feels like he's in control, and because he feels like he's in control, I feel like I can relax. And when he tells me to do something, I go, okay, I'll do it. I take a breath or I calm my shoulders. Okay, this is much better. Jeremiah learns. Congratulations. Rest your shoulders. Good. Just like that. All right, get you gloved up, okay? And I also definitely prefer him in soft-spoken. Alright, here we go. Put on the gloves. Good. Look at me. And track. Good. There we go. Alright. Focus. Focus. Focus, champ. Relax. Nice shoulder. Relax. In the fast forward. What are we doing? Oh, it says different round. I'm putting on the gloves. Putting on the gloves. Look at me. Okay, I can see why this video is a different style of video than the earlier work. I can see him learning and growing. Much more theatrical, much better. Very good work, Jeremiah. And I can tell your microphones are much closer, so the sound and audio is much better. Your color correction is much better. This is a marked improvement. Okay, very nice. Very, very nice. Wait a minute, harvesting your organs. What is this, darling? We'll start at the beginning. Okay. Hospital sounds. Are we in a hospital? Maybe. This is... Are you waking up a little bit? Oddly soothing, but creepy. Hey. Close your eyes. I don't want to close my eyes, darling. Go back to sleep. Maybe. This is all just a bad dream. Is that okay? I thought this was supposed to make me relax, not freak out. Trying to give me a panic attack. My goodness, I mean, like, I'm with him on the realism, but this is scary. Can you feel anything right now? Maybe. No. So if I, well, this is a creepy video. Can you feel that right there? Can you feel this? Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, not my genre, but I understand. I kind of get the appeal. You found me. Oh, he's very creepy. Hey. Okay. Look, theatrically, I understand what he's going for. That was not my style. That's very creepy, darling. But on the other hand, I understand. Now. Okay, what other... So that was a doctor video. What about a more popular video? What are more popular videos? Let's go to home. And let's go for you. Shorts. What are like the most popular? High stakes blackjack. Realistic luxury 1930. Okay, let's see 1930s blackjack and see how he's come along. The first video was terrible, darling. Start this over. Okay. Play. Oh. Obviously that's your problem. Intro music. Giant tulips. He's called Giant Tulips. Very good character. Just thinking, look at that. Okay. Interesting. What a difference between this video and his original. Oh, 21, look at that. Beautiful. 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 Much smoother detailing. Holy crap. We got 20. Well, we almost came in there. We almost came in. You got lucky. No luck. No luck. What you want to do? Get that now again. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, that guy. You gotta see. So he's using two cameras now. You gotta hit that. Oh, Jeremiah, this is much better. Compared to the first video, darling, this is incredible. This thing will heat up for you. I'll take it fast forward a little bit, okay? Now we have two players, counting chips. $10 bet for you, $100 bet. Alright, $100 bet. And when you want to that out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 50. Right. And there you go. 150. Okay. Alright. You got brave and the bit off. You got brave and the bit. I hear the dog snoring in the background. I can't tell if I like it or not. It's definitely weird. Good for you. But you gotta wait $10. The acting, the performance, the lighting, the setting, so much night and day, darling, compared to your original work. That was rough. This is much better. Okay, I can see why people like you. Okay, much better. And how about else? We have more blackjack. It's all blackjack. It's like all blackjack. Oh, got him. Hang on. Let me look. I see Joker. I want to see. Oh, Dr. Joker. Let's see Dr. Joker. Don't you worry. Don't you fear. Rest your eyes. Dr. Joker's here. Oh, that's very creepy. We're right back into the creepy land. Good makeup. So surprised. Don't look so shocked. You're gonna make me nervous. And you don't like me when I get nervous, do you? I'm joking. I'm trying to keep it light. I have to say, am I a real doctor? I have to say, this is a very good Heath Ledger impersonation. That's very good. This guy, okay, he's got some acting chops. Too much wax. Too much wax in your ears. Nobody likes that. You ever seen that cartoon Shrek where he pulls out the earwax from his ear and makes it? But again, notice the difference in like quality. Like, his microphones are close, you get the sounds.
Turn your head a little bit there.
And again, there's something about he's much more relaxed now in his video. It's like he's relaxed so you are relaxed. It's fascinating. What a change from the early work to this. Very impressive. What a difference. What a change. High stakes at Dimitri's. China. Cowboys kills time and saves you. What about, oh, that's a funny looking one. What about, let's see, Blackjack and Gotham. Try treats. What's a new one he's done with Helmut? German and dating advice. Let's see this character. Liebchen, my Schnitzel. My little Schnitzel Spritzel. Who's my Schatzi? Are you my little Schatzi? Little Schatzi Watzi. It's so good to see you. This character's funny. Yeah. So, I like it. What are we doing today? You tell me, darling. I like this character. Okay. So, this is fun. Yes, based on the... I can definitely see why this character, the German character Helmut, is very popular. It's endearing, darling. He's very endearing, this one. Quality of your coif is that you have not been cheated. Our relationship is communication. But you know that, right? So again, observation. He's closer to the microphones. The lighting is better. The color correction is better. The sounds are better. You can tell he's looser in front of the camera. Like, the whole presentation and genre is moving forward, darling. So, Jeremiah and anybody else, I'm going to leave you with some words. Keep doing what you're doing, darling. Keep learning. Keep exploring and playing. I think what people are going to find the most attractive about you is you have a very approachableness about you. And when you are relaxed, it makes us relaxed, darling. Okay. I kind of like doing these reaction videos. Maybe I'll do other ones in the future. Maybe I'll do reaction videos to other people too. I don't know. It's possible. So, in the meantime, I think you're on the right track. Looking at your earlier work to your more recent work, clear improvement, darling. Okay, from audio to the visuals to everything in general. Keep on the track, and I think you will continue to build an audience. Okay, darling, I have another appointment I must go to, but you take care, and maybe we'll do another reaction video in the future. Until then, darlings. So many things. Ciao. Come. Sit. Okay. Welcome, darling. Please relax. I am not here to hurt you in any way, nor am I here to... My job is to listen and to help guide. Hence, I am called a guidance counselor, darling. I'm here to guide you through the turbulent waters of life. But in order for me to do that effectively, I need you to calm down, to relax, to breathe, take a nice calming breath. I'm not a big fan of the term safe space. However, this is a safe space. The point of our little session today is for you to brainstorm. It is for you to be creative, to think outside of the box, darling. What do you want to do? Why do you want to do it? Are your goals something that are realistic? Is this something that is truly achievable? For example, there are things that you and I may want to do or achieve, Let me give you an example. Let us say, darling, that I wanted to play in the NBA. Now, there are many problems with this. First and foremost, I am not good at dunking a basketball. I know, when you are 5'2", dunking a basketball is a rather challenging endeavor. Even the great Muggsy Bogues, who was 5'7", but boy, what an athlete. That guy was wild to watch. Did you ever see him dunk on somebody? It was truly fascinating and also rather humiliating for the other player. Bit of a double whammy there. But anyway, I know for me, darling, I'm not going to be in the NBA, okay? What other things am I not going to do? I'm not going to be a roughneck on an oil derrick, darling. That is filthy, disgustingly hard work, and frankly, I would hate every moment of it. I have no desire to do that. I'm giving you examples of things. So, is there a career type or something that you aspire to do that you think would be fun? Did you know that these recently, the number one, from what I understand, the number one stated goal of many young folk these days is to be a YouTuber. Is that the case for you as well? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Interesting, good. Well, it sounds like you are setting relatively normal, healthy boundaries. Okay. And I'm happy to hear. Again, if you do not have an amazing voice, I do not recommend you try out for America's Got Talent. Do you know what I mean, darling? And another thing I sometimes hear, these young people, they'll say, well, I would like to be famous. I understand. There are perks that come with fame. I am often amused when you hear people say, well, being famous is not all it's cracked up to be. To which I would reply, then quit being famous. It is the same when I hear rich people say, well, money does not solve all your problems. I understand that. Then give up all your money. See, it doesn't work like that. So I understand what you mean. You would like to be... What I believe many people want are the accoutrements, the lifestyle attachments that they think come with certain ways of being. But let's do a little exercise, you and me. Okay, so let's relax, okay? You can look at me, you can close your eyes if you like. It doesn't matter, darling. Okay? Take a nice, deep, calming breath. Good. Relax your shoulders. Relax your chest and relax all the little muscles around your eyes and your ears. Relax all the little muscles in your jaw. And just focus on your breathing. Good. And now I do want you to close your eyes, darling. Go ahead and close them. And I want you to vision not who you will be, but what are the things in life that you desire? For example, do you wish to have a beautiful and powerful and fruitful relationship? Do you want to be married? Do you want to have a partner? There's no right or wrong answer, darling. Then you look into your future. Is a partner part of your vision? Okay. No right or wrong answer. Is having a family? Is having family part of your vision for the future? It may be, it may not be. Okay? But these are very important questions. Okay, good. What do you enjoy doing, such as it may be you enjoy playing video games, which is fine. Tuck that one away. Maybe you enjoy building things or being creative. Maybe you like working with your hands. Maybe you like woodworking or pottery or painting. Okay. Maybe you like building and tinkering with when you were a child, did you like playing with Legos and things like this? Okay. Notice the things you are drawn to. And you find yourself being a people person. So do you enjoy attention? No right or wrong answer. Some people enjoy attention. Traditionally, we might label these people as extroverts, but labeling can be a bit dangerous, darling. Labeling can be limiting. Okay. Do you prefer your own company? Maybe you like more solitude, more thoughtful reflection. So things like, perhaps like writing, creative writing, maybe. Have you considered things like journalism? Have you considered things where... But again, let's answer the question. Do you prefer to be more in your own thoughts, in your own world? Or do you prefer to bounce off ideas with other people? What do you like? Okay. I can very much see that for you. I can very much see that for you. Good. Good. And again, what's very, very important when we are thinking about these things is to be brutally honest with ourselves. To be brutally honest. And I understand that many young people would like to be YouTubers or famous in some way like that, influencer, if you will. I have a sneaking suspicion, however, that if you found yourself actually in the position of being a quote-unquote influencer, that it is not all it is cracked up to be. There's an old expression, the grass is always greener on the other side of the road. In other words, it is very easy when looking out at other people. We don't necessarily see their problems. All we see are the benefits of who they are, especially in the land of social media, darling. Oh, the amount of fakeism and pretending you have a certain type of a lifestyle when in fact it is all a house of cards. It is all smoke and mirrors, darling. It's very common. So the grass is always greener because when you are dealing with your own problem in your own life, you realize that much of life is the nitty-gritty, the work you have to do in order to achieve what you want for your own goals. And that's often not glamorous, darling. So, keeping that in mind, in the spirit of, the grass is always greener over there. They have it so good, why not me? Not realizing the years of sacrifice and toil it took for that person to achieve the status. We all just want to immediately have the status without putting in the groundwork. I like using him. I could call him a friend and acquaintance of mine. His name is Mike Rowe. You may have seen Mike Rowe. He did a TV show on the Discovery Channel called Dirty Jobs. Well, before that, when he was a young man, He thought it would be amazing to be a carpenter and be able to build a house like his grandfather. His grandfather was a great craftsman, could build a house without blueprints. Now, if you've never built anything, you might not realize how incredibly complex that is. It's a big deal. But one thing he talked about is that it's important to pursue things that you are good at. Not just your passion dreams, but what are you actually good at doing? In Mike's case, in spite of really wishing he could be a great builder like his grandfather, he had no natural aptitude for the math and the construction. And instead, he ended up finding a career in the arts. In fact, there was a time in his life he was an opera singer. No. And he moves on, and eventually he starts doing like pitchman shows on like late night TV, like TV commercials. And he gets some moderate success doing these jobs, the infomercials, if you will. And somehow through this and that, he winds up on this Discovery Channel show called Dirty Jobs. He's working with people that clean out septic tanks, that pick up roadkill, that are construction workers, that work in the sewers. They are all the jobs that keep the world running, but they are not the glamorous jobs. And one thing that he noted is that oftentimes people had no idea that most of the guests on his show, if not with straight up millionaires, were very, very successful small business people who had employees and multiple vehicles, multiple construction trucks, and they were quietly living very, very successful. And when I say successful, I'm only talking about the monetary, and that is by no measure the definition of success. It is one of many, many things to strive for. But they were very successful people. And they took very non-traditional path to get there. All of this is to say, think about deeper goals in your life. Think about things you enjoy doing, and then think about things that you are genuinely good at. So, another question. What do you think you are better at than, let's say, 70% of people? What is a skill that you have that you are better at than maybe 70% of people? And there's no wrong answers. It's a bit tricky, isn't it? Just breathe. Think about it. What are you good at? For example, what's something that I was good at that would be surprising or weird? Okay, this is a silly example, but I'm just saying this to break the ice and get things moving, darling. For example, if you didn't know, turns out I am very good at doing accents. I can mimic a lot of accents, and I'm better at it than many, many people. Okay, it's a party trick I can do. Now, is this useful in life? No, not necessarily. Unless I guess you're a specific type of voice actor or something, but even then, it's not a very specifically useful skill. But I happen to know that I am better at it than many other people. Is there anything like that that you are better at than many other people? I like that one. Mm-hmm. Fascinating. Okay. One thing that is true is that people, we derive a great deal of satisfaction from being good at something. And it turns out when we are good at something, we often start to enjoy it. And this can be very strange. We often find ourselves working in careers that did not begin where we started, but we found success because we were good at it, and by being good at it, it gave us a sense of accomplishment, a sense of achievement, a sense of ownership, a sense of pride. Yes? And that creates love. I've known people who are, let me give an example. Somebody that likes to be an accountant. Okay, for me personally, I don't want to be an accountant, but there are some accountants who love their job. They love the numbers, they love the detail orientation of the work. They like how once you become a successful CPA, certified public accountant, you can make sort of your own hours in certain ways. You can work around tax season, but then you can take times and moments off. You can expand and contract the busyness of your schedule. I'm just saying as one possible example. You could do so many things, you know. You enjoy, like, what if you wanted to be a realtor? Maybe you have a passion for homes and houses or design. Maybe you have a passion for interior design, darling, and you realize the importance of feng shui and structure and color patterns and texture combinations. Because I do have a sneaking suspicion and hunch that we will become passionate about things we are genuinely good at. And if it's reinforced in a positive way, we can become passionate about something that maybe, I love the word esoteric. Do you know this word? Something is esoteric. It means it can be it's a narrow field of knowledge that may not be very useful to very much, but to a small subset of population or people or businesses, this is very, very important. But it's not very useful. Example, being a great chess player. Esoteric. It doesn't really do you much good to be a great chess player. Interesting knowledge, right? Many people can play chess, many people cannot play chess. And it's a neat bit of knowledge, but it's not necessarily incredibly useful. Okay? If you are good at, matching color pattern, if you are good with numbers, if you are good working with children, are you a patient person? Are you a caring person? Right? Do you enjoy maybe you enjoy teaching, maybe you enjoy showing how things work. Maybe you could be a great science teacher, and you could combine worlds. Like, what if you wanted to be a YouTuber, but you also wanted to do science projects? Maybe that could be a combination where you're blending two things. Now, I know I may be leaving you with more questions than answers, darling. And this is okay. Look at me. Breathe. You do not need necessarily to make any hard decisions right now. But I want to plant the seeds in your mind. I want you to plant these seeds and water them. What do you enjoy? What are you passionate about? But perhaps more importantly, what are you good at? What do you enjoy? And very, very important, you must be absolutely honest with yourself about what you don't enjoy. Not that with every career, there'll be parts of that career that are just the work. No matter what. No matter what the career is, darling, part of it will, no matter what, come across as work. Now, I have probably left you more confused than when you sat down, darling. It's okay, it's okay. Everything is going to be okay. You are perfect, right as the way you are. And I'm just inviting you to question and start noodling around in your brain these ideas. Okay? Okay. I would love to talk to you again, maybe in 6 months, maybe toward the end of graduation. And if we get to that step, maybe we'll see if we can point you in a firmer direction. Okay, okay, darling. Go forth. Go be bold. Go be expressive, not impressive. Go be expressive. Who you want to be in the world, darling. Go be expressive. And don't hold back. Okay, 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 bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye, ciao. Ciao, 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 bye-bye. Darling, good morning to you. Come, come, come. Mwah. Mwah. Now, it is time for you to wake up. Wake up. Time for you to rise and shine, darling. Now, you are going to have a magical day. I can tell. I can already tell. But the way we start off a wonderful day is first we must hydrate. For as we sleep, we are constantly sublimating. I like this word, sublimate. And as we are sublimating, that means we are constantly losing our moisture through sweat, through breathing, as your breath has water vapor in it. The point is, when we arise, when you wake up, we are all of us, you and me, dehydrated. So the first thing you will do is drink your glass of water. I will wait. Begin drinking. Okay, drink some more. Good, good, good. Drink some more. Very good. Now we are going to have coffee. If you enjoy coffee or tea, it does not matter to me. You are welcome to have some, but not yet, darling. I don't want you to have your caffeine quite first thing. We want to delay it by a little bit before we put our caffeine into our bodies. Okay? So keep drinking your water. Good, good, good. Very, very nice. Okay. So now, look at me, darling. Look at me. I know you have some sleep still in your eyes. This is okay, darling. Now I want you to take a nice deep breath with me. For we want to have both hydration and oxygenation, darling. So, nice deep breath in the nose and out through your mouth. Begin. You're doing very good, darling. Let's do that again. Breathe in the nose, out through the mouth. Breathing in the morning's energy, and perhaps breathing out any excess sins from the previous evening. But you wouldn't know anything about that, would you, darling? No, don't worry. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to help. Okay, so we're still waking up in the process. Keep drinking your water. Good. And in a moment, we are going to stand up and get out of bed. Okay? Are you ready to face the cool slap of reality across your face? You are. I am. We are, darling. We can do this, and I know that you can do this. So, out of bed. Go. Get up. Very good. And let's do a nice stretch. Stretch your arms up, darling. Arms out to the side. Nice big stretch. And down, arms by your side. Very good. And do that again, breathing in. And exhale. And then arms down to our side, darling. Very nice. And as you begin to walk your way to your kitchen, where you may set your coffee, you may perhaps put on the kettle, as our friends across the pond would say. I like that expression, putting on the kettle. Of course, implying tea. So you may put on the kettle for coffee or for tea, or for just hot water. That's another thing I've picked up, is that I enjoy simply sipping on hot water. Something to consider. You may find it surprisingly refreshing. So, then we're moving into our kitchen. And as we begin to wake up here, what I want you to do is focus on your intention for the day. Now, every morning is fundamentally a new morning. Whatever you did yesterday is in the past. It is history. It does not define what you will do or not do today. So, right now, you get to decide who you are going to be today. And before we do that, I want you to get very present to what you are grateful for. What is on your gratitude list for today? That's a very important thing to think about. Are you grateful that you woke up? Yes, I'm very grateful that you woke up too, darling. That's wonderful. Are you grateful that you can walk up to any faucet in your home and you can turn on either cold water or hot water? This is a miracle. This is something that our great-great-grandparents could not have imagined, such an incredible luxury. And you can literally drink that water out of any faucet in your home. No, it might not be filtered. It might not be the tastiest of water. But nonetheless, darling, it is drinkable. And this is a miracle we should not overlook. And in a moment, you will likely take a hot shower or a hot bath. Oh, this is one of the greatest luxuries of being alive today, in the 21st century, darling, that you and me can have the exquisite experience of taking a hot shower. And what else are you grateful for, darling? What else are you grateful for? Friends, family, maybe a pet. Could be anything. But I just want you to be in gratitude. How will you be of service today? Very nice. Okay, good. Now, have you put on your kettle yet? Nor turned on your coffee maker? Or perhaps you'll just continue drinking your water. Any one of those three options is completely fine. It depends on what you particularly enjoy, darling. Very nice. And as we get that ready, we are preparing that in the background. I want you to take a look at your room. Take a look at your room, darling. And notice maybe there's a little bit of tidying you can do. I'm personally not a fan of fully making my bed in the morning. I don't like my sheets tucked in around me. I prefer flowing comforters and blankets, and I like it to be more of a hodgepodge, a mishmash of comforters. But I will take the time to give my blankets a fluff and lay it out so my bed is at least partially made. Okay? And I want you to look around at your floor and notice, are there any clothing you can pick up and tidy? Maybe you can put your shoes away, put your dirty clothes in the dirty clothes hamper, and just a general sprucing up. You may find when you do this that you may want to spend a bit more time here. And what we are doing is we are setting order for the day. Our brains and our bodies, we do not thrive in chaos, darling. No, we crave structure and cleanliness. It brings us calmness. It brings us inner peace, darling. When our environments are chaotic, when our environments are messy and sloppy, it actually breeds anxiety, darling. Humans, we like structure, symmetry in our lives. So, you are tidying, very good. Very good. Now, by now your kettle is probably ready, or your coffee. So if this is something that you partake in, let us mosey back into our kitchen. Don't worry, I will come with you, darling. Good. And pour yourself a nice hot cup of coffee, or tea, or hot water, or none of the above. If you just simply prefer to sip on regular water, that is okay. Please do not, and listen, in my youth, who amongst us has not done this, started off the day with a soda of some kind, whether it be a diet soda or a soda of some kind. I know. We've all done it, darling. But going forward, let's not do that, shall we? This is a very unhealthy way to start our day. This is not what our system needs. We are much, much better off with water, tea, coffee. Those are our accepted morning beverages. Okay? Good. Look at me. I know some of you are going to fight me on this. You fight me at your own peril. No. Am I perfect? No. Are you perfect? No. But we are all striving to do better, darling. Let us strive to do better together, shall we? Good. Good. So, we are ready to set our intention of the day. And there's a nice script I like to use, and I would like you to repeat after me. The possibility I am creating for myself and my life is. The possibility I am creating for myself and my life is. The possibility of being, and make this some kind of an action, something you can do. For example, the possibility I'm creating for myself and my life is the possibility of being a contribution. The possibility of being focused. the possibility of being intentional, the possibility of being joyful, the possibility of being fun, the possibility of being playful, the possibility of being, I guess one could say productive, but that's more of a byproduct of your intention of being focused, determined, playful, creative, imaginative, expressive, right? In order to be impressive, we must, of course, first be expressive, darling. I love that. Okay, good, 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 good. So what possibility? I recommend choosing 3 so that you can repeat them back to yourself. So the possibility I am creating for myself and my life is the possibility of being C. Pick 3 things and just meditate on those. Just take those in. And the ones that I often fall back on frequently, darling, I like to be intentional. I like to be intentional. I like to be creative. And I like to be fun. It's very important that fun plays a big role in my life. For without fun, darling, what else is there? It just occurs to me that life is simply a series of games that we are playing. There are many kinds of games. But games are interesting. For you and me to participate in a game, you and I must volunteer. I cannot force you into participating in any game with me. What kind of games could we play? Well, there are money games. So what if we created a game where one of the goals of the game is to make money? Okay? There's a game of relationship where you and I build up our friendship and our relationship in a game through communication and through experience and activity and combining our focuses, right? There are games of money games, relationship games. There are work games, the game of what kind of work are you going to do? And a better rephrasing of that is not how much work that you have to do, but how much work do you get to do? It's a very, very important reframing. What do you get to do today? For, as the many great philosophers noted, it could always be much, much worse. It could always be much worse. For example, as they say, when you are a healthy person, you worry about a million things. When you are a sick person, you only worry about one: getting healthy, right? So again, going back to our gratitude, how are we feeling today? What are we grateful for today? We want to make sure we're setting an intention of action, of being, not of reaction, not of deflection, not of the life and the world is happening to us, but you are a contribution to the world. So we have, like I said, intention, focus, fun, creativity, and another big one for me is being a contribution. How could I make somebody's day a little bit brighter? Can I improve somebody's experience of their day? And the answer is, I bet you can. I bet you can, and I bet you do. I bet you already do, almost automatically without thinking. Because that's the kind of person you are. You are the kind of person that people love. You are the kind of person that people respect. You are the kind of person that lights up a room when you enter it. You are the kind of person that young people look up to and admire. Even if you are a young person yourself, You can still be somebody that your fellow peers look up to and admire. These are beautiful things. And you are a beautiful person. And you will make a difference, even if it's very, very small. The most important thing is that we just don't stop moving. It is not necessary that you move a mountain today, that you make a huge splash. No. What is important is that you are constantly making incremental improvements. There's a great Japanese phrase called kaizen. And kaizen is the philosophy of constant improvement. They are not trying to reinvent the wheel. This is why the success of companies like Toyota and Honda, they began as very small automobile manufacturers, engine manufacturers. And they did not try to reinvent the wheel, but through steady improvement, they made a better and better vehicle. And, 30 years later, they were some of the biggest car manufacturers in the world, and Detroit was in big trouble. The big three were in big trouble because these young upstarts from Japan, Honda and Toyota, were taking over the market, darling. They were making a superior product. And they did so with the concept of continuous improvement. So, you will be a contribution today. You will make somebody's day a little bit brighter. You will make somebody smile. And the more people that you can make smile and have an impact on in a positive way, the better your life will be, darling. Okay? Now, get out there. Go take on the world. You can do it. You got this. You are beautiful, funny, smart, vibrant. You have the world by the tail, darling. You do. Whether or not you actually know it, you do. Okay? Go be positive. Set an intention. Make a goal happen. I cannot wait to hear about it. Okay? Go, 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 go. Go, go, shoo, shoo. Go be awesome. Go be bold. Go be expressive. Darling. Darling, my eyes are done here, darling. Look at my eyes. Thank you, pumpkin. Welcome. Lovely to finally meet you now. It is my understanding that you are involved in something rather top secret. Would that be, suffice it to say, true? It is true. Good. Darling, look down here, please. You're making me uncomfortable. Thank you. Okay. So, I take it you work for an agency that for now shall remain nameless. That is fine with me, darling. You know me. Discretion is the better part of valor. So, you have come to the right place. You are looking for something bold, something powerful, something that will blend, that will make you part of the landscape. Bold in the sense of creativity and design and structure. Yes, darling, am I close? Of course I am, darling. I am Edna Modes. What do you think? Why else did you come here? Okay. Where exactly is the location of where you will be doing your mission? Is this going to be a warm place in the desert? Is it going to be in the mountains? Where are we going to be? The northern wilderness. Ooh, darling, I like the sound of this. The northern wilderness. This is not what I was expecting you to say. Now, are we talking about the northern wildernesses of Siberia, China, or are we talking about the northern wilderness of North America, darling? North America. Fascinating. Fascinating. Well, if you are going to the northern wilderness of America, the North American wilderness, there is only one suit. There is only one suit that will make you blend. And this, darling, is, of course, the Canadian tuxedo. Now, shh, before you look at me sideways. Don't do it. Don't look at me sideways. Stop it, darling. Look at me. Don't look at me sideways. There is no better way to blend in to the Northern Territories other than in your very own Canadian tuxedo. I will make it bold. It will appear as though you are draped in the finest denim. It shall be the most perfect shade of blue, and top to toe, from hat to the tip of your boot, darling, you will look like a god. Not only will you be perfectly blending into your surroundings, I will make it bear-proof, Wolverine-proof, squirrel-proof. Those little buggers get into everything. I will make it mouse-proof. I will make it snake-proof. And just to be safe, darling, I will make it tiger-proof. It will flow. It will be graceful. It will provide movement, elegant, and of course be machine washable, darling. This is a very important feature. Who wants to take out their clothes to the dry cleaners? It's too much. So, do you trust me? Of course you do, darling. Good. Now, okay. We always carry our tailor's measure with us. Now, you are certainly very tall and very striking. Okay. Let me measure your head, for we'll of course have to get you the right Stetson. Now, this will not be any normal Stetson, darling. This is a Stetson that will of course be double acting as a bit of a helmet, darling. It will of course be bulletproof and smash-proof in the event that an assailant comes up behind you with a sledgehammer, darling. Your titanium cranium will be okay. I will also measure a special feature. I will have the brim be retractable and expandable in the event that it is raining, as it often does in the Northern Territories. Your hat will branch out as a wide umbrella, almost like a sombrero, if you will, darling. Very good. Okay, let me measure your neck. And the length from your neck to your shoulder, darling. Stand still. Good. And the other side, hold still. Very nice. Okay, now, I would like you to hold out your arm to the side like the Vitruvian Man. I need you to be a very Da Vinci. I need you to embrace your inner Leonardo, darling. That is good. Good. I appreciate your relaxed demeanor, darling. This clearly is not your first rodeo. You did not fall off the hay wagon yesterday. No, I appreciate from one professional to another, darling. Okay. And would you please put your arms by your side? Just relax your shoulders, darling. Relax your shoulders. Good. And arms by your side. And let me measure around your shoulders, darling. Very nice. Good. Okay, wonderful. And lift your arms up. I'm going to place this around your chest and place your arms down. Thank you very much. And just relax for this first measurement. Good. And now puff up your chest. Good. Okay, darling. Wonderful. And your waist. Very nice, darling. Very nice. I'm going to measure around your armpit. To make your sleeves show. The sleeves are the right girth, darling. Girth. That's a good word. And your left arm is good. And same under your right arm. They should be the same, but every now and again you'll get a surprise. Very Now, are there any certain special features you are looking for? Of course, it will be breathable, it will be waterproof. As I said, it will be fundamentally animal-proof, weatherproof, and you basically need it to be bulletproof, yes? This is not a problem for me, darling. I have been making bulletproof garments since you were itching your daddy's pants. Sorry, that may have been a bit coarse and vulgar, but I thought that'd make you smile. It's important to keep things light, darling. No, you don't look that young. I'm just saying, maybe. One never knows. I don't know how old you are, and you don't know how old I am. It doesn't matter, darling. As we said, I did not fall from the chicken coop yesterday. Okay. And are we going to need secret pockets, secret compartments? Yes. And what kind of armament are you planning on carrying? I assume multiple firearms of various types, certain types of blades, yes? Now, we'll certainly make room for up to 4 small arms and possibly 1 medium size going down the back, darling. One never knows when a shotgun will come in handy, especially in the Northwest. I will have spots for secret compartments for various types of gases and grenades. And if you need me to, I can even have a special self-destruct button placed in the secret compartment. Do you need a self-destruct button, darling? Okay, it's an option. It's something that in the event you need to scuttle or jettison this Canadian tuxedo, and you don't want it falling into the wrong hands, darling, I will make it listen, I will add the feature. Whether or not you use it is up to you, darling. It's better to have and not need, rather than to need and not have. Of course. Okay, now onto your pant. Let me measure the outside of your leg, darling. Very good, on the left leg. Excellent, and your right leg. Wonderful. I measure your inseam. Don't get fresh with me. Don't get fresh with me, darling. I have seen it all. I have seen it all. I'm a professional. Very nice. And the other side. Very good. The most popular measurement, the grundle. I'm going to place this above your tailbone. This is going to go like this, darling. I'm going to more or less drape underneath you like so. So I want you to place this along the back, along your tailbone, and I will measure up toward the front where we want this to be. Ready? Again, don't make it weird, darling. And hold that right there. Good, good, good. And how does that feel? Is that too snug? That's good right there. Good. Okay, darling. Wonderful. Okay. And please put your left foot under my knee. I'm going to measure your foot, darling, please. Left foot under my knee. Thank you very much. And that is good. And this time take your right foot onto my other knee, darling. Right foot. Put that right there. Very good. Very good, darling. Let me measure your ankle. Good. Let me see your other foot. Your left foot again. Up on my knee. Come on. And I want to measure this ankle. Okay, it is as I thought. Very nice. Okay. And I will make you a secret bolo tie. The bolo tie will also double as a slingshot in the event that you need a secret, undetectable weapon, darling. Well, listen, if it was good enough to take down Goliath, darling, I'm sure a slingshot is good enough for you. And this will not just be any slingshot. This will be a kinetic energy slingshot, darling, capable of whipping a pebble, marble, or stone up to 300 feet per second in the right capable hands. As long as you have practice, darling. Good. And let me do a couple more measurements. Now I would like you to flex your arms like you are Mr. or Mrs. Universe, darling. Flex your arms for me. Good. Just like that. This is what I needed. And very nice. And unflex your arm. Just hold it up, but unflex, darling. Very good. And the same on your right hand side. Just flex, flex, flex for me, darling. Good. And unflex. Same thing, just unflex. Excellent. Okay. Do me a favor. Hold out your hand. Put your hand next to mine. Oh, I think that's a song. Put your hand next to mine. Okay, but seriously, put your hand next to mine. Yeah, your hand is bigger than mine, but that is to be expected. That is to be expected. Let me measure from thumb to pinky, darling. Hold out your hand for me. From thumb to pinky. Very nice. And on your right hand, same thing. Hold out your hand. Touch mine. Oh, darling. I felt a very nice connection right there with you. I hope you felt that too. I hope you felt that too, darling. Same thing. Thumb to pinky. Thumb to pinky. Good, good, good. Very nice. And I will, of course, be including a very special belt with a special belt buckle. The belt buckle will double as C4 in the event that you need to do some demolition, darling. It will be undetectable to all but the most sensitive of equipment, darling. But I don't see you going into any nuclear facilities anytime soon. Not up where you're going, no. No, you have to be worrying about, as I said, bears, lions. Well, there are no lions, but bears for certain. But actually, now that I think of it, no, there are pumas, a.k.a. cougars, a.k.a. mountain lions, where you will be the stealth predator of the Northern Territory. Okay. And for this, on the back of your hat, I will do something special. When you wish, simply say the words eyes on the back of my head, and I will have it so that the hat will make a face looking back behind you. Now, I cannot guarantee your safety. This is more for tigers. But on the other hand, all of the great cats have similar hunting styles. They hunt by ambush, darling. And the people in India and other continents and places have noticed if they wear a mask that has a face on the back of their heads, they are less likely to be attacked by the tiger. So, I will add this feature for you. Whether or not you choose to use it is up to you, darling. But in the event that you are out and about and you get a hair tingling on the back of your neck, darling, I will have a button or a verbal command, maybe a button. It is often better not to speak. A button that will create a face on the back of your hat, and hopefully this will deter any such shenanigans from the big kitty cats. Darling, I have everything that I need. Now, by when do you need this work of art? Next week. This is an aggressive but acceptable timeline. You have the ways and means of affording this particular endeavor. You do? Oh, very good. And have the money transferred to my account, darling, and I will begin work immediately. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. For now, darling, our work is done. I will reach out to you as soon as we are ready for the second fitting, and you will be the finest looking Canadian tuxedo wearing super spy in the entire world, darling. Now, go. Be bold. Be expressive, not impressive. Go work upon whatever secret things you need to work on, and I will look forward to showing you your secret Canadian suit. Tuxedo. Whatever you want to call it, darling. Okay? Okay, bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye. Darling. Come. Sit. Now take your time, darling. I'm in no rush. Okay. No, but for real. You need to sit low, darling. You need to sit lower. Okay, lower your chair down, darling. Good. Lower. Keep coming. Darling. I feel like you're doing this on purpose. Are you like a 5-year-old child? Please sit up in your chair. There we go. Now, can you hold still, please? Thank you, darling. Okay, so wonderful for you to join us and for me to see you again. I take a great deal of pride and pleasure in helping people. And it is true, I do believe that being a mentor to the younger generation is a gift, and it is something that I have had my fair share of divine mentors, darling. And so if I can do the favor for you, for the younger generation, it gives me great pleasure and great joy. So, take a breath, darling. Take a nice breath. Get yourself present to the space with you and me. A calming breath to bring you presence. Begin. This is good, darling. This is good. Grounding yourself. Noticing the space. Breathe in again. Deep breath. Exhale. Very good, darling. Very good. Now, before we begin and you go off on a possible grievance session, you must first tell me who you are, darling. Who are you? What makes you you? Tell me, darling, who are you? Yes, you are bold. You are creative. You are beautiful. You are powerful. You are expressive. You avoid being impressive. And therefore, by avoiding trying to be impressive, you in fact end up being impressive, darling. Very good. What else? You are creative, yes. You are funny. Darling, you often make me laugh. You make me smile on a regular basis, and this is very important. Do not underestimate the power of laughter. What else about you, darling? What else makes you, you? That's right, you are caring. You are kind. You are compassionate. What else, darling? You are adventurous. Yes, you are, darling. Yes, you are. Now, as with all of us, even myself, darling, look at me, darling. There will come a time in all of our lives when we are feeling insecure. This is part of life, darling. I don't know if there is a way around it. There will inevitably be times when you are feeling confident. You have no butterflies in your tum-tum to dissuade you from action. You are not afraid to leap into the battle, metaphorically speaking. And yet, there are certainly other days and other times when we can feel paralyzed with self-doubt. It happens to everybody, darling. It's okay. It is okay. There's a quote that people think it was Einstein. I do not know if it was. Something along the lines of, if you told a fish that it needed to climb a tree, the fish would feel stupid. For that is not its medium, darling. In the same way that I will never be a professional ballerina or a professional javelin thrower or something else that is useful when you're very tall. Okay? I'm not going to be that, darling, and that's okay. You cannot be anything, but you can be many things. And it is often the case that people we put a great deal of self-doubt onto ourselves. And we are often very mean to ourselves. And this is certainly true. I've observed this in the vast majority of people that I have encountered. There are, of course, exceptions. I have met people who have a incredible, blind confidence. I do not know where it comes from, but they are simply the type of person that just believes that everything good should happen to them. I honestly cannot tell if it's healthy or sociopathic. Probably somewhere in the middle, darling. But for everybody else, this is going to be a battle, a struggle that you were going to go through. Now, if you are having a pity party, if you need a tissue for your issue, do you need a tissue for your issue? Do you need a tissue for your issue? Not yet. Good, that's the right answer. For what I have discovered with many people, it is more a reframing issue rather than there's a problem with them. There's very rarely a problem, a real issue with whoever, you, me, whoever I'm talking to. It is more an issue of framing how you see the world, darling. Okay? Now, in the land of life, there are two options we can choose. You are either a victim of life, life happens to you, or you take control, you have agency over your life, and you are never a victim. Negative things may happen to you, but you deal with them in stride. And the reality is that both lenses, okay, both frames can be completely and wholly justified. If you would like to choose that you are a victim, that life happens at you, darling, and you are just a poor, innocent soul that was caught in the melee, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Congratulations. Get off the cross, we need the wood. I'm trying to build a bonfire over here, and you're up here building crosses to crucify yourself on. Nobody likes that, darling. Nobody wins. Nobody. You don't win. Your loved ones don't win. Your friends don't win. Your coworkers and colleagues don't win. Nobody wins, darling. And yet, you will get to be right. You will be up on your cross, up on your hill, about how tough, how difficult your life is, how much your struggle is so unique and so terrible, darling, and there's nothing you can do, and nothing was your fault, and there's nothing you can do about it. Nah, 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 nah. Enough. Hodgepodge. Get away with this nonsense. It's like monkeys on your back, darlings. You must eject these monkeys from your back. They hold you down. They serve you no purpose other than getting to wallow in some weird self-masturbatory expression of self-indulgent wallowing. Puh. It is disgusting, darling, and I will not stand for you to do it. I will not stand for it. So whenever you find yourself doing this, look at me, darling. Look at me. Whenever you find yourself going down that hole, I want you to stop and start telling yourself what you are grateful for. What are your blessings, darling? For the reality is that you and me, in many, many ways, darling, we simply hit the lottery. You and I were born Were you born on a dirt floor? No, no, no. Did you have to go carry water from a well or a river that is 2 miles away every morning? You have to carry this water back to your village on top of your head or on your back, or carried across a yoke on your shoulders. Did you do that, darling? No, you didn't, did you? Do you have a computer? Do you have a cell phone? Do you have electricity? Are you hungry? And I do not mean, does your tummy have a rumble? I mean, are you actually hungry? No. And this is a wonderful thing, darling. This is a blessing. And I don't want to be trite, but it is very important to put the world and our frame of the world into context, darling. For who are the most annoying people on planet Earth? Who are they? Rich, spoiled brats. That's right. And now the thing is this is a scale, you see. Now, you are judging and you're, oh yeah, look at those rich, spoiled brats. They have everything. Oh no, boo-hoo. Daddy didn't buy them a Mercedes-Benz or a Porsche or whatever for their birthday. Oh, boo-hoo. Oh, they didn't get to have a pony ride at their birthday party. They didn't have a live pony. Oh, boo-hoo, right? Remember this, darling. There's somebody who would say the exact same thing about you. There is somebody who would literally kill to have your life, to have your privileges. And this is not to say that everybody's life is easy. Do not conflate these two philosophies. It does not mean that you don't have actual problems. It does not mean that you do not have upset and trials and tribulations. It is simply that you must practice framing them in the context that they are, darling. For when you and I witness a spoiled little brat, and they are whining because they didn't get the cookie or the toy that they wanted, my reaction, probably much like yours, is annoyance, frustration, yes? Yes. And the problem is to that child, to that person, the worst thing that ever happened to them is the worst thing that ever happened to them. And it is totally possible that the worst thing that ever happened to them is that they didn't get a brand new car on their 16th birthday. That actually may be the worst thing that ever happened to them. And so it feels like a loss, like a devastation. And we can both, you and I, of course, can observe and witness the absurdity of that. Now pull back your focus and bring that same lens of perception on your life, on my life. What are you grateful for, darling? Where were you born? That's right. You could have been born in any, many places, and through no choice of your own. You were born where? Congratulations. Isn't that nice? Now, did you have access to clean drinking water? You did, didn't you? Did you have access to an education? You did, didn't you? Did you have access to a vehicle to get you from point A to point B, or do you live in a city that has very good public transportation and you can get around conveniently? Yes, you did have that, didn't you? You see where I'm going with this? Okay. And again, this reframe has nothing to do with the fact that you feel genuine upset in life. Everybody does, darling. Everybody does. But it's how you choose to deal with it. And again, I've said this before. If you truly ask me, in my heart of hearts, in my bone of bones, does everything happen for a reason? I don't know. I mean that. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. I am open to the possibility that the universe is random and we are a tiny blue marble floating through a massive void of space, the sizes of which that you and I could never actually comprehend, and that for some weird reason we live on this little blue planet that has a giant moon that's 1/4 of its size, that has this giant planet called Jupiter out there on the Oort cloud, collecting up all the celestial debris and absorbing it for us so that the shooting gallery, the P gallery, pew, 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 that is space, miraculously and oftentimes gets absorbed by this huge gaseous planet that you and I rarely think about. And yet, darling, here we are. And yet here we are. Now, it might be random, but it might not. And the reality is, if you choose to believe that life happens for a reason, suddenly you have agency. When a thing goes bad and wrong, which it inevitably will, darling, and it will likely not be your fault. It might be your fault. You may have contributed to it or not, darling. Sometimes life simply happens and there's nothing we can do about it. The question is, when that happens, do you dwell and mope? No. Acknowledge what happened. The thing happened. Don't deny that it happened. Embrace it. Embrace that it was, let's just say, suboptimal. That it could even be a tragedy. And acknowledging that and saying, you are okay. I am okay. That hurt. That was brutally painful. That was horrible. Was awful. I did not deserve that, necessarily. I didn't deserve that, but it happened. And I'm going to move forward. I will not stay in this zone of self-pity. No. I will pick myself up by my bootstraps. I have issue with this term, but you know what I mean. There is simply no juice. There is no benefit in staying in that, the place, the position of victimhood, darling. Even if we are a victim, it does not matter. There is no value in focusing on it. Does that make sense? Good. Good. So, I want you to declare what you want. And listen, like everybody else, I too am familiar with The Secret. I too am familiar with manifestation. Does it always work out? No, of course not, darling. Not everybody who dreams of being whatever, a famous sport athlete or a movie star. Not, it doesn't always happen, okay? But if you don't try, if you don't have ambition, desire, goals, you will get sad and depressed. And even though life up goals and setting an objective, like setting some kind of a manifestation, is sort of like being shot out of a cannon, okay? But you only have, you're sort of like an arrow with like a missing fletching. The fletching, darling, is the little fin on the back of the arrow so that the arrow will fly straight and true, okay? You and me, it's like we're being drawn back on a bow, and you are manifesting a certain type of a future for yourself, and the bow is drawn back, and your manifestation is the target, and you release that arrow, that manifestation, you release it, but as I said, it is missing some fletchling, and that arrow will inevitably skew and float, and it may go over this way, it may go that way, it may go this way, it may go this way. Every now and again, the arrow will go to its intended aim, but 99 out of 100 times, that arrow will go some other way you and I never could have predicted. But it never would have moved forward. It never would have been sprung without your intention, without your manifestation. So even if you don't end up where you thought you were going to, the important thing is to have a goal, have a target. And then be open to the possibility that the universe will provide you with strange and wonderful opportunities along the road that you never would have been aware of had you just sat back and done nothing. You might not end up where you wanted to originally, but being on a journey, darling, and being open to the path and being open to the universe, telling you things, listening, guiding you, pointing you, you never know where you may end up. All we can do is go on the journey, and along the way, it has been my experience that the more people we help, that we inspire, that we have a positive impact on, the more people we do this, the richer and more beautiful and glorious our life is, my life is. When I help somebody, when you help somebody, you feel that expansion grow, that love grow. It feels good to be of service, to help other people. It feels good to be a part of a community. We all need this, darling. We all need to support other people. We need to be challenged. We need to be stressed. For without these, darling, it is very funny, but we end up being depressed. It is part of being a human. If we are not being stressed and motivated through difficulty, we don't get anything done and we end up being sad and mopey. It's weird, you know? Hence again, going back to the spoiled rich child, there's nothing to fight for. And so they are sad and miserable because they didn't have to earn anything. Everything was given to them, and yet they are not happy. Their lives are often hollow and empty unless they go on their own path of enlightenment. Sort of like the Buddha. I don't know the last time you read the book Siddhartha, but I highly recommend rereading Siddhartha. It only takes about a day, a few hours. It's a very good book. It's a story of the Buddha. Okay, starting off as a wealthy merchant, renouncing everything, becoming a merchant again. But it is only through these journeys, darling, through these adventures, that your life will unfold before you. So, go. Be bold. Be expressive. Be kind. Be generous. Love. Be funny. Laugh with other people. Laugh at yourself with other people. And your journey will be a wonderful one. Okay. Okay. Okay, go, go, go. Shoo, shoo, shoo. I love you. Go leave the nest, darling. Go fly and be bold. Okay. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye.